Matt, is there a guy that you would say outside those top 24 that you're going to have on a lot of teams because nobody else is really considering them as much as you are?
Yeah, you can go probably past the top 36 and maybe even like 40 picks for this guy when kind of deep. So in like tight end premium leagues, I'm going to go to Daniel Bellinger, who was drafted by the Giants in the 4th round. He's a San Diego State product, pretty athletic, a really nice 3-cone for a tight end at just over 7 seconds. I like that. And some, did well in the explosion drills as well. Big, strong hands, a good blocker. And the Giants really, their tight end depth chart after sending away Evan Ingram, I guess maybe even before they sent away Evan Ingram, wasn't very inspiring. So currently they have Ricky Seals-Jones there, who has had certainly performed in windows, especially when Logan Thomas has missed time. Jordan Akins, who we probably remember from Houston, who likes to pop up and catch a couple of touchdowns in certain weeks. But after those two guys, it's really wide open. And if somebody like Bellinger can come in with a skill set that can be a nice blocker, not only for the run game, but also for the passing game in a tight end premium kind of format, I think he's worth a kind of a dart throw in that late 3rd. If you really want to get crazy about it, he's certainly probably there at that time. But I think probably you're looking at more like a 4th round pick for this guy.
I went with Keaontay Ingram. Ingram is the Arizona rookie running back drafted in the 6th round by the Cardinals, and he is currently ranked 42nd in our rookie rankings. Also has an ADP of 38 overall, so it looks like a 4th round rookie pick in your drafts. I love the situation for him as well. The Cardinals, of course, bring back James Conner. He looks like he looks like he's going to get as much work as he can handle. The bad news is that's kind of up in the air. I mean, 5 years in his career, never played a full season. Certainly not wishing injury on anybody, but we know kind of the reality of his career. And Ingram is really a similar player to Conner. Good hard runner, but also has some pass catching chops as well. Averaged a couple receptions per game during his time at Texas, and finished up his college career at USC. So really, to me, Ingram is Conner insurance. If I've got James Conner on my team, I want to make Ingram a priority, maybe reach for him in rookie drafts. If I don't have Conner, I want Ingram anyway, with the idea that unfortunately Conner may miss some time again this season.
Keaontay Ingram is one of those guys that could slide down rookie draft boards as well. He didn't get the draft capital, the 19th running back taken in the NFL draft, all the way down in the 6th round. The nice thing about Ingram, however, is he's a big guy. He can handle a workload if he needs it in spurts, 6 foot, 221, and ran a sub. He was in the 4.5s. So, we always say you don't want to have a 6 after the dot on your 40-yard dash as a running back or a wide receiver. That 6th round draft capital it's too bad that wasn't the 4th or the 5th even. I know there's not a lot of difference there, but just that he had to wait that long, it's rare that 6th round running backs really turn into anything great. With that all said, I'm going to go with a lower end running back as well, or at least a day 3 running back. Mine's kind of similar. It's Hassan Haskins, who maybe got a little better draft capital than we expected. He went in the 4th round. And some expected him to be a 6th or a 7th round pick. He went to Michigan and wasn't a starter till his final season last year. I got to watch him a lot, and I really liked him as one of them Big Ten bruising tailbacks that like to lower the shoulder and be that powerful runner. 270 carries, over 1,300 yards, and 20 touchdowns against a Big Ten schedule. So, really took advantage of that opportunity. He had, again, the great draft capital, or at least better draft capital in the middle of round 4. And then the landing spot in Tennessee. He's a big back, 6'2", 228, perfect landing spot as Derrick Henry's primary backup. I think he could be just as effective as Deontay Foreman was a year ago after Henry went down. And I know nobody expects Henry to miss any time again. He'll likely be pretty much worthless whenever Henry is healthy. But, if you're looking for a solid RB2 on an NFL team that is a clear handcuff to an elite starter, I think Haskins fills that role.
Yeah, I do. You kind of hit on it, Dan. I do think Haskins and Ingram are kind of in similar spots.
Yep.
Being the clear backups, but also being one injury injury away from a prime role. And really the same thing I said about Ingram. If I've got Derrick Henry on my team, I'm going to make sure I get Hassan Haskins as well.
They're like the discount versions of guys like Zamir White, who we like for a similar reason. And I think you could probably throw Brian Robinson into that category too. You know, we expect him to be involved, even if Antonio Gibson doesn't get hurt, but if he does, then he's got that role all to himself. So if you miss out on those guys, then picking up Haskins and Ingram later puts you in a similar situation.